Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting, captivating, stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What item will I be unboxing? What item will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, let's allow the unboxing process to gracefully commence. One item is encompassed inside this bulky, hefty, tangible, nifty box. Let's find out. I'm going to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now, so bear with me. It'll only take me a billion seconds to extract the item from the box and subsequently flaunt it in front of the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Here we go. The boxing process is about to commence. The boxing process is officially underway. What item have I prompted? What item have I drawn forth? What item have I elicited? Let's find out. This action figure is known by the moniker of the Foot Soldier. Apparently is derived from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figure line. Apparently he's a character within the TMNT movie that was released in either 2013 or 2014. Is this action figure a paradigm of perfection? Is this action figure the epitome of perfection? Is this action figure the embodiment of resounding perfection? That's subjective. You could assess this figurine's merits down in the nitty-gritty details to determine whether or not he warrants a premium price. I love this figurine's aesthetics. I love his hues. I love his deco. I love his sculpt. I love his shadings and textures. Overall, he's a relatively mediocre figurine. Why am I embellishing this figurine? Well, I only paid $3 for this figurine, therefore I'm more apt to love this figurine. I have a proclivity to love TMNT merchandise, so off the get-go I'm preordained to relish this figurine, even though he denotes insipid mediocrity. For under $4 you can't go wrong purchasing this particular figurine. But to be blatantly honest with you, at best he's mediocre, but he's a stellar figurine for $3, objectively speaking. For an $8 figurine, he's abysmal. For a $5 figurine, he's decent. For a $3 figurine, he's marvelous. My experience is subjective, as is yours. Your experience is likely disparate from mine. Perhaps you conceded to paying a higher premium price amid buying this particular figurine. He's hefty, his joints are sturdy, his elbows are not double jointed, nor are his knees. He lacks a diaphragm joint, his head is not relegated to a disc joint, he cannot rotate his head. That's a missed opportunity right there by Playmates Toys. He cannot perform an ab crunch, he lacks a diaphragm joint, he can swivel his waist, he cannot rotate his biceps, he can move his arms outwards and inwards. Here he is in the flesh. You can vicariously view him through my perspective or through the perspective of my camera lens. He doesn't have peg holes embedded in the bottom of his feet. I don't want to compromise his integrity, so I'm going to desist from tampering with his joints too much. I'm not going to fiddle with his joints too much. He has joints attached to his pelvis. His clothes cannot be removed. His mask obscures his face, so his facial expressions are in it. His facial expressions are an enigma. I'm dehydrated. And I'm famished, so I apologize about stumbling or stuttering. So sorry about that. Anyways, let's move on. My gripes appertaining to this figurine is that he does not coincide eminently well with the prodigious 6-inch action figure collection. He's only 4 inches in height, he's short in stature, in stark contrast to a Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurine. He lacks finger joint articulation, he lacks toe articulation, he can't perform an ankle pivot, he lacks peg holes, his knees are not double jointed, nor are his elbows. He can swirl his wrists, that's a plus. He's not very massive, per se. He could have been taller. He could have been a bit more heftier and bulkier. He doesn't look too menacing or too intimidating. He comes with a rifle that you have the autonomy to equip. I would have preferred if he could wield a sword. He has a knife. He doesn't have a sheath for a sword, nor a case for his weapons. Here are his innate default weapons. I thought ninjas are supposed to wield katanas and not machine guns or pistols, but apparently I was wrong. In this domain, in this context, in this setting, apparently they utilize modern day weapons to decimate their adversaries. Not a bad figurine by any means. He's not egregious, he's not atrocious, he's not abysmal, he's not abhorrent. But he's not the quintessential foot soldier figurine. I prefer the foot soldier action figure that's derived from the 2003 TMNT action figure line. There have been variations of foot soldiers, such as the one from the 1980s, the one from 2012, the one from 2003, and the various movie versions. Is this the worst one? I believe it is. He has a holster for his pistol attached to his thigh. You could slide the pistol within the holster if you so choose to. You could also neglect to utilize it. I recommend leaving it in the holster. You don't want to risk losing it. You can just slide it in or squeeze it in. I love the fact that he's unscathed. I love the fact that he's not marred with scratches or scuffs or dings or dents. He's in near mint condition. He's in near pristine condition. For $3 I can't complain, but for $8 he's not a worthwhile figurine. Maybe that's why he was discounted to $3 via Amazon.com. So, incredible figurine for $3, dreadful figurine for $8, mediocre figurine for $5 from an objective perspective. So here he is once again, the foot soldier in the flesh. Here's his back. I love his decal, I love his aesthetics, I love his shadings, I love his textures. Just an incredible figurine for $3. I can't punctuate that enough. Here are the other figurines within the action figure line. Here are all four of his corresponding weapons. He's wielding two of them, the other two are in their respective spots. The guns in the holster, and the knife is relegated to his belt. So, not a bad figurine per se, but not the quintessential foot soldier figurine either. So, here's his plastic shell, the cardboard back, and the transparent plastic covering. And of course, the infamous airbags that can be popped at your own discretion. I'm going to flaunt him on my shelf. I have other 4-inch action figures, so I guess he'll join their ranks and stand side by side with them. So here he is once again. we have these little booklets or pamphlets. I'm not going to open them now. They're going to be consigned to the trash. Once again, here he is. I just want to flaunt him one final time. That way you know exactly what you're purchasing. If you decide to buy this figurine, I'm rendering him transparent in every aspect, in every facet. What haven't I shed light on today? What haven't I illuminated today appertaining to this figurine? I'm showcasing him to the fullest extent. Alright, I'm done fiddling around with this figurine. I don't want to muck up his joints, so that's everything I wanted to convey and divulge and spew from my vocal folds. I hope that you found this video to be intriguing and enthralling. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.